Warmly welcome to all the invited dignitaries at the MoU signing ceremony. We are elated to have with us Shri Ganpat Patel, Patron-in-Chief and President of Ganpat University, who is joining us online from USA. With the blessing of Shri Brijesh Kumar Mirza, Honorable Minister of State, Labour, Skill Development and Employment, Panchayat, Rural Housing and Rural Development, Government of Gujarat, who could not join the ceremony due to an important event at Gandhinagar with Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. Sir has sent best wishes for this ceremony. I would like to read his message. He said, and I quote, "Thank you very much for your invitation to be the chief guest between Ganpat University and National Skill Development Corporation International. Your Ganpat University is entering into collaboration with National Skill Development Corporation International with the objective of developing unskilled and semi-skilled manpower into productive and skilled labor, and this unique initiative has further impact on the society, environment and student ecosystem, which is your endeavor for a very commendable work. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi's visit to Gujarat today to attend the program on Digital India at Gandhinagar, so I cannot attend your planned program, which I regret. I would like to extend my heartfelt best wishes for a successful today's program with our dignitaries and the staff family of Ganpat University with warm regards. We thank you, sir, for this. We are pleased to have with us Shri Ved Mani Tiwari, Chief Operating Officer and Officiation, CEO, National Skill Development Corporation. We are happy to have the presence of Dr. Mahendra Sharma, Pro-Chancellor and Director General, Ganpat University. We are delighted to have with us Ms. Parul Mahajan, Head, Government Relations and Advocacy from National Skill Development International. We also welcome Shri J.S. Patel, Honorable Member of the Board of Governors, Shri Soma Bhai Raika, Member of Executive Committee of Trust and Honorable Trustees. We are happy to have Dr. Rakesh Patel, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Ganpat University, and Dr. Amit Patel, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Executive Registrar, Ganpat University. We are elated by the presence of Dr. Rajan Purohit, Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellor and Associate Dean, Faculty of Skill Development, Ganpat University. We also welcome Mr. Rakesh Kumar, State Engagement Coordinator, Gujarat, Daman and Diu, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Northern States, and Mr. Uday Shroff, NSTC, New Delhi. We also welcome Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellors, Executive Deans and Deans of various faculties, principals and heads of various institutes, my dear colleagues and dear students. Now, we would like to commence the program by inviting Dr. Mahendra Sharma, Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Director General, to offer a statement of gratitude towards founders and well-wishers. Please, sir.
This is going to be. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Before we start the program, as a customary, we offer our gratitude to all the founders, trustees, donors of the land and Constitution of India for ensuring that Ganpat University gets the appropriate ecosystem, and we feel privileged to extend that gratitude to each one of them, that we are here and whatever we see today is because of their benevolence. We are equally thankful to all the past and present members of the Board of Governors, Finance Committee, Academic Council, all the various statutory committees of Ganpat University, and not limited to the officials of Government of India, Government of Gujarat, and all the past and present serving officials of the university. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to have the august presence of Shri Vedmani Tiwari, Chief Operating Officer and Officiation CEO, National Skill Development Corporation. We request representative from Maritime Skill Courses, Mehak Khan and Astha Singh, to offer a welcome memento to sir. Thank you so much. We have with us Ms. Parul Mahajan, Head Government Relations and Advocacy from National Skill Development Corporation. We request student representative from Japan India Institute for Manufacturing, Prabpreet Singh and Jeels Patel, to offer a welcome memento to ma'am. Thank you so much. Let me invite Dr. Mahendra Sharma, Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Director General, Ganpat University, a seasoned scholar and an acclaimed academician, to deliver a welcome address. Please, sir.
A very good afternoon to one and all who are present here for a very important event today. We are very much delighted that respected Honorable Minister of State Skills, Shri Brijesh Mirza Sahab, Government of Gujarat, He had shown a very keen interest to come and bless this important MoU signing event. But however, due to the visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi to Gujarat, sir is occupied and he has sent his blessings, and we just saw his letter. He has written, given us the blessings for this important event. So we thank sir for his blessings. We are equally delighted that today we are having at Ganpat University the Honorable Chief Operating Officer and in charge CEO of National Skill Development Corporation of India, Shri Vedmani Tiwari Sahab. I would request everybody to give a big round of claps to welcome sir to Ganpat University. Sir, we are very delighted and we are really thankful you could find time, and we will definitely benefit out of your wisdom, values and guidance. We are very much delighted that our beloved Dada, Honorable President of the University, Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, is present online. Dada, it is 3 a.m. at your place. We are really blessed that we have the most dynamic and active president on Indian soil. So thank you for guiding us.
You're welcome.
We are delighted by the presence of Shrimati Parul Mahajanji, Advisor Government Advocacy, National Skill Development Corporation. Madam, it is because of your effort we are seeing this day. We cannot thank you enough. We have with us honorable members from our Board of Governors and Trustee Board, Shri J.S. Patel Sahab and Shri Sombhai Raika Sahab. Thank you, sir, for taking time and blessing the event. All the invited guests, my GUNI team comprising of Pro Vice Chancellor and Executive Registrar Dr. Amit Patel, Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. R.K. Patel, Deputy Pro Vice Chancellors, in particular Dr. Rajan Purohit, all the Executive Deans, Joint Registrar, the Head of Skill Development Dr. P.R. Patel, Principals and staff colleagues, members of the organizing team, representatives of media, students and participants. It's a very important day for us. We are very much honored and privileged that today we are going to enter into a memorandum of understanding with National Skill Development Corporation, which is the apex body for skills in India, and probably becoming an honored partner is the biggest achievement we will be seeing today. Ganpat University has been putting a lot of effort in the domain of skill development since 2012, and we established Faculty of Skill Development. Just before coming to this auditorium, we were discussing at length with Tiwari Sahab, and I was trying to bring to sir's notice that Ganpat University has been working very hard in areas where even there are no guidelines prevailing, including marine sector, where there are a lot of possibilities in inland vessels, on deep sea diving. We have been working with big companies like Bosch Rexroth into areas of pneumatics, hydraulics and mechatronics. On electrical side, we have been working with Gujarat Apollo on construction site. We have been working with ILNFS for fitter, mechanic and other domains, including the retail salesperson. So we have been working on a spectrum of 18 courses with ILNFS. We have a full Japan-India Institute of Manufacturing focused on automobile sector. So if we look at the type of sectors in which Ganpat University has been skilling since last 2 decades, we have been working heavily into IT sector with IBM, with Google, with SAS. We are working into automobile sector, we are working in manufacturing sector, we are working in healthcare sector. We have very important collaborations with Shelby hospitals. Now we are also entering with Zydus. So what we have done is we understood the importance of skills in the overall success of a student. in terms of employability, in terms of its overall maturity as a human being also. So this is a very fertile university ground where we can see that we can work on the merits that we have created over the period of time. As all of us are aware that our Honorable Prime Minister wishes that India will become the skills capital of the world. And instead of being a blue-collar supplier, we will play a very significant role in terms of high-end skills supplier to the entire global economy. Today, we cherish that Satyam Shivam Sundaram and people like Parag Agarwal who have become CEOs of top IT companies from USA, but we have to take equal laurel when we say these companies are functional because of Indians working at various levels inside the companies. So that's where our bigger role comes, and the changing world dynamics because of whether it is Russia-Ukraine war, whether it is post-COVID scenario, whether there are other kinds of formations like Quad against one or two countries, it is very important that India has to work on its youth dividend and has to realize that this youth dividend is going to fulfill Narendra Bhai's vision as well as the aspiration of each one of us converting India into a developed country. We all want to see in our lifetime that our country becomes a developed nation, and that is only possible if right kind of skills are blended, supporting the economy's various sectors. And that's where the pivotal role of engines like government, institutions, it becomes very important. And that's where collaboration of university with National Skill Development Corporation comes as an important initiative. And I had already promised on behalf of GUNI team to Tiwari Saab that he may do n number of collaboration in Gujarat, but the day sir will sit for auditing, we would like to be at #1 position in terms of delivery. So that's how Ganpat University has been known, and we would try to stand tall onto it. And there are several sectors in which we have the capacity to curate a lot of courses. We have already done it, and we have tremendous faith of corporates who are working with us. There is a whole matrix which is available, and guidance coming from Dada and our board members. Majority of them who are coming from US have already experienced the importance of skills. Today, economies like USA, Europe, which are a mature skills market, India is an emerging skills market. And we do things rightly with global standards, we will definitely make our mark, and we will see our country converting into a developed country soon. On this note, I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, present online, and all the participants to witness and bless this very important memorandum of understanding. And I especially thank Shri Tiwari Sahab and Parul Madam for making it possible to come today and to ensure that the journey starts by signing of the agreement. Thank you very much.
Now it's a time to invite the personality who is the man behind this noble mission of Ganpat University. The man with a strong willpower, the rare jauntiness and equally strong love for the land. He is none other than our beloved patron-in-chief and president Padma Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, whom we call Dada. I invite Dada for a ceremonial address. Please, Dada.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me well?
Yes, completely, Dada.
Great. Sri Brijesh Kumar Mirzaji, who could not join us today, although I know his blessings are with us. Just about a couple months ago, I was in his office to say hi to him. It was about a lunchtime. Mirza Sahib offered me his own lunch. He said that I have brought a rotlo and sabji from home and let us share and we will eat together. This shows you type of person he is. Thank you, Mirza Sahib, for supporting us. I ended up not having a rotlo that day with him, but I promised him that someday I will. Thank you again. Sri Ved Mani ji, Mani Triwari ji, Chief Operating Officer and Officiating CEO, National Skill Development. Skill development is a extremely important agenda. Many years ago, when I was born in a small village, we relied on whatever God gave us. Suthar children will become Suthar, Luhar children will become Luhar, and the farmer children will become farmer. We had no development of the skill. We didn't understand what the skill was. We just went on for years and years and years. We lived that kind of life. Today, I'm glad that Sri Ved Mani ji, our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Bhai Modi, and country as a whole, realizing that skill development is everything. Not only that, but we have shown the world that we have a skill and we have unlimited skill and we are proving to the world. And I'm glad that at Ganpat University we are taking this initiative extremely seriously and doing this MoU today. Thank you, Maniji, for joining us. Dr. Mahendra Sharma, you just said something. We need no guide. Ganpat University does not need a guide. We are out-of-box thinker. We make our own roads. We travel on an unpaved road. We don't need a roads. That's for ordinary universities. We are a different kind of university. And I want to thank you for always thinking out of the box, always thinking of the new ways of doing things, new initiative that nobody has ever thought of. Thank you, Sharma Sahib. Continue with your out-of-box thinking. Mr. Manish Mishra ji, NSDC Head and Strategy. Thank you for joining us today. Parul Ben Mahajan ji, Head Government Relations and Advocacy, NSDC. Thank you, Parul Ben. I see you sitting there and smiling. Thank you for joining us today. Dr. Rakesh Patel, our Pro Vice Chancellor, Ganpat University, Dr. Amit Bhai, Pro Vice Chancellor and Executive Registrar, Rajan Purohit, Deputy Pro Vice Chancellor, Ganpat University. Rajan is extremely busy with various institutions all around the world making relationship. Thank you, Rajan and Dr. P.R. Patel. Similarly, I want to thank you also for joining us today. All the board members of the governors, I see Mr. J.S. Patel has joined us, and my dear friend Sombai Raika Sahib, our senior trustee, and he's always there. Thank you, Sombai, for supporting great causes. Our trustees, invited guests, executive deans, directors, principals, head of the various institutions, and university official, faculty, and my dear student. Thank you for joining us today. Again, I want to thank Brijesh Bhai, even though he could not join, but sending us that, supporting us unconditionally. Soon I'm coming to India and I will come and see you personally and thank you again. Your presence and your thinking always inspires us. When India is marching ahead with a national mission of Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, 5 trillion economy. It's going to require a special effort from our end. I am witnessing a great development in this area of the skill development and employment under the leadership of Shri Brijesh Bhai and Shri Narendra Bhai Modi. Great achievement. And realizing that we do have a skill, we can develop the skill, and we can utilize this skill for the entire world. Like Narendra Bhai said, what we have in India is young entrepreneurs, young minds that no other nation has it. Let's do that. Let's continue doing what we do. Ganpat University embarked upon a vision of skill development decade ago. We have contributed a lot. We now are going around the world and finding who needs what kind of skills are needed in the world, and what kind of skills we can develop. And we have taken this initiative as a leader. We are not following anyone. I think it's very, very important for India to grow and Indians to grow. Shri Vedmani ji, Tiwari ji, thank you for putting a trust in us and giving us the opportunity to join hand with NSDC and the government initiative. I can assure you that we will make a very good partner. We will make a responsible partner. We have what it takes to make the program successful. We are the country's first university that has started Japan-India Institute of Manufacturing and made it successful with the Maruti Suzuki. It's a live example on campus. I am sure you will be visiting that today. Ganpat University has demonstrated model of industry within university and university within industry. And we are one of the very few university that has done so right. The world that we live in is changing faster than ever. Bharat to be Atmanirbhar and self-reliant, we must start leading the parade. And we must stop following. The only way to build skill is to be the leader. We must join a dynamic Prime Minister Shri Narendra Bhai Modi and convert his dream into reality and let the world know that we are here and we are going to be a big part of the world's skill development. We at Ganpat University have a mission. The university was born with the possibilities. Our motto is Vidya Samajotkarsh. Student first and character must. We rigorously are working to realize our goals. Education institution can play a big role in a nation building. In last 50 to 60 years of my life that I have spent in US, I have personally witnessed how universities have contributed to the nation building. I think we can do the same. Ganpat University has a special characteristics and qualities. We have integrity. We believe in code of conduct. We believe in code of ethics. We believe in doing only the right things. We believe in transparency. We are accountable for everything that we do. These are our core values. Our graduates are called GUNI for a good reason. They must possess the values that we have, the DNA that we have. We are the only university where president is not a mister, he is a dada, and his wife is dadi. We have no sir and madam culture here. So we are in some ways a Nalanda, yet we are a Stanford. That is also out-of-box thinking on our part. We shall never compromise our values, our ethics, because this is what we want to teach to the students. This is what we want to give it to the next generation. So charity begins at home. We must live up to the highest value system, ourselves, so we can set the example to the next generation. These qualities are rather rare, but if we don't do it, it will not happen. Narendra Bhai has been talking about Atmanirbhar, self-reliant, out-of-box thinking. This type of education must start at the birth of the child. I have observed one thing in Indian culture compared to the outside world, especially to the US. When child is born in India, mother spoon feeds the child. Sometimes even child doesn't want to eat, they will force him to eat. On the other hand, in US, mother will ask the child, are you hungry? Do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? Mother will put a food in front of the child, and child will figure out what to eat, how to eat, and when to eat. So they start making their own decision early on. And this is also part of growing up. This is where you start developing yourself and your skill. I have spent most of my adult life in the US, and I'm speaking my heart out today. And I'm trying to make my point. I have no intention of taking away the love that parent gives in India. Love is important, but struggling in life should begin early on. If I had not migrated to US at early age, I would not be where I am today. I was also spoon-fed. I had 5 older brothers, 6 elder sisters, a lot of bobbies in the house to spoil me. I was a spoiled child. At the age of 19, when I ended up in US, I cried a few days. But then I became Swarnirbhar. I became Atmanirbhar. I became what Modi ji wanted me to become. I did my own chores. Actually, I started making my own living money because my parents could not support me. So I started a job as a janitor, as a dishwasher. I cleaned toilets. I did every little thing that one can think of. There is nothing was below dignity. And eventually I became president of my own startup. I'd like to see every one of our students go through this kind of hardship. There is no better way to learn than to go through the hardship. As we know, most of these successful people have gone through the hardship. Sometimes we give an example about people like all the successful people that have made it big. They have all gone through the hardship. Whether it's Steve Jobs or anybody else, or Narendra Bhai personally, anybody. I'd like to pass on to my lifetime experience to the next generation, and I hope that we can develop them. Similarly, what has happened to my own life. Wouldn't it be nice to have thousands of Brijesh Bhai ji, Ved ji, Modi ji, Ratan Tata, Steve Jobs, and many more from this university? Maybe even few Ganpat Bhai. We must leverage what we have learned through our own life, and leverage it many, many more times before we lose it. My wish today to the youngster is I want every youngster to be blessed with everything that I have been and much more. Become flexible, be focused, be tenacious. Believe in yourself. Little advice to the youngster. Hard working doesn't kill anybody. Believe in yourself. You can do it. If you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you cannot, you're also right. Create passion. God has given us all a special skill. Find that skill and develop it to the nth degree. And love it to the nth degree. And you will be successful. Luckily, I found my own skill. I came to study chemical engineering in US. Somehow I ended up studying electronics. And I realized that was my skill. My skill was not chemical engineering. I was lucky. You too can do that. Find what is your passion and what is your skill and match it. Today's world offers much, much more opportunity than ever. Lifestyle is changing. That is creating more opportunities. Much more startups. When things are changing, it creates more opportunity. So look around. You will find very many opportunities. And we are lucky that we have Prime Minister like Narendra Bhai Modi, who is supporting all of the things that I have talked about. He is the most forward-looking person I have ever met. I know I have personally met him several occasions. I was with him not too long ago, about a month ago. He's an amazing man. I think we can learn a lot from him and his lifestyle, the way he has grown up from a small village to the highest office. I must say, most powerful office in the world actually, in today's world. He has made a mark in the world. The biggest leaders come to him, he doesn't go to the leaders, and they are following him. They are trying to learn from him. We have witnessed it in recent meetings, whether it was Japan or Europe. If you look at those pictures and those meetings carefully, you will see the world is following him. Thank you, Narendra Bhai, for putting us on the map, on the world map. Again, I want to convey my thanks to everyone that are here and making this MoU possible and successful. And Vedji, I want to assure you that we will make a good partner. Let's move forward. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you, Dada, for your kind words. We assure you that we shall walk on the ideals suggested by you in taking this great university higher and higher on the success scale. We all are fortunate to witness the MoU ceremony of our university with the National Skill Development Corporation. A memorandum of understanding is a formal agreement between two parties. It expresses a convergence of will between the parties, indicating an intended common line of action and mutual respect. With this word, we shall move for the MoU signing ceremony. The signee representing National Skill Development Corporation are Shri Vedmani Tiwari, Chief Operating Officer and Officiation CEO, and Ms. Parul Mahajan, Head Government Relations and Advocacy from NSTC, and representing Ganpat University are Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel, Patron Chief and President, Dr. Ma, Pro-Chancellor and Director General, and all the dignitaries on the dais, and entire GUNI family. Thank you so much, everyone. A big round of applause from NSTC and Ganpat University. Moving further, I request Shri Vedmani Tiwari, Chief Operating Officer and Officiation CEO, National Skill Development Corporation, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Shri Ganpat Bhai Patel ji, and from now onwards I will call him Dada only. और श्री महेंद्र शर्मा जी और समस्त परिवार गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी का मैं आभारी हूँ आप लोगों का कि आपने एनएसडीसी को और मुझे व्यक्तिगत रूप से यहाँ आपसे बात करने का एक मौका दिया। सबसे पहले मैं बधाई देना चाहता हूँ जो ये हमारे नौजवान बच्चे इस सभागृह में एकत्रित हैं और आपके थ्रू वो 65,000 बच्चे जो इस यूनिवर्सिटी से बाहर निकले हैं, 7,500 बच्चे जो इस साल एडमिशन लेने जा रहे हैं और लाखों लोग जो इस यूनिवर्सिटी से ग्रो होंगे, आप बहुत फॉर्चुनेट हो। आप पूछोगे किस लिए, क्यों फॉर्चुनेट हैं हम? एक यूनिवर्सिटी क्या होती है? यूनिवर्सिटी वो पहली जगह होती है जहां से हम अपनी ज़िंदगी में कदम रखते हैं। आप सब भाग्यशाली हो कि आप इस यूनिवर्सिटी में हो जिसके पीछे हमारे दादा की एक जो उनकी विजन है वो उनका यहाँ पे हमें साफ दिखाई देता है। और लोग ग्रेट ऐसे ही नहीं बनते। आपके अभी जस्ट जब मैं दादा का भाषण सुन रहा था, उन्होंने क्या कहा, एक चीज आपने सीखनी है, अगर आपके अंदर पैशन है और उस पैशन को सही स्किल से आप जोड़ सकते हो तो दुनिया में कुछ भी कर सकते हो। उन्होंने बहुत सक्सेसफुल लोगों का नाम लिया, उनमें से वो भी एक उसी श्रेणी में आते हैं। आप सौभाग्यशाली हो कि आपको उनका मार्गदर्शन मिल रहा है। दादा ने कहा कि गाइड नहीं चाहिए गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी को, क्योंकि गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी अपने रास्ते खुद बनाता है। ये सोच है, ये सोच है जो आप सीख के जाते हो कि हम अपने रास्ते खुद बनाएंगे। और अगर यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम, अगर आपके जीवन के ये बेहतरीन 3-4 साल आप यहाँ से ये जज्बा लेके जा सकते हो कि हम दुनिया को बदलने की ताकत रखते हैं, हम वहाँ पहुँच सकते हैं जहाँ दादा पहुँचे, उससे बड़ी कोई चीज़ यूनिवर्सिटी की नहीं हो सकती। और इसलिए सौभाग्य एनएसडीसी का है। शर्मा जी, मेरी मुलाकात, मैं गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी को नहीं जानता था, मैं बिल्कुल ऑनेस्ट होना चाहता हूँ। 1 जून को यहाँ पे एक एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर्स की कॉन्फ्रेंस थी गुजरात में, जिसमें मुझे माननीय मंत्री जी के साथ आने का मौका मिला और शाम में वहाँ पे एक प्रेजेंटेशन थी जहाँ पे शर्मा जी और उनकी टीम थे। सबसे ज़्यादा जो मुझे स्ट्राइक किया कि दादा उस समय भी, आज तो हम दादा 3 बजे हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, उस समय भी सुबह के कुछ 5-6 बज रहे होंगे। आई वॉज अमेज्ड कि वो सुबह 5 बजे उठ के उस प्रेजेंटेशन में रहना चाहते हैं। और आज तो मैं आपका नमन करता हूं और आपसे अभिभूत हूं। इतना प्यार कोई यूनिवर्सिटी का संस्थापक मैंने नहीं देखा, और ये सिर्फ इसलिए है क्योंकि उनके मन में वो सपना है कि हिंदुस्तान को ग्रेट बनाना है। और हिंदुस्तान ग्रेट तब बनेगा जब इस हॉल में बैठा एक बच्चा उस भावना को लेके आगे जाएगा। मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्या होता है? हमने बहुत सारे मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग साइन किए हैं। ये होता है दिल से दिल का मिलन। पहली बार दिल से दिल का मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग मैं पर्सनली कहना चाहता हूँ। दादा ने कहा कि वो एश्योरेंस देना चाहते हैं कि गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी को सक्सेसफुल बनाएगा। मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि मेरा दिल से दिल वाला MoU आज पहली बार हुआ है। आप लोगों का सहयोग और उत्साह रहेगा तो हम डेफिनेटली कुछ नया करेंगे। मैं इसके लिए अपनी कोई कसर नहीं छोड़ूंगा, ये मैं आपको वादा दिलाना चाहता हूँ। धन्यवाद फिर से दादा कि आप, और मतलब मेरे लिए एक नई सबक है। मैं खुद अपने आप को बहुत मेहनती आदमी समझता हूँ, दिन रात दौड़ता रहता हूँ, लेकिन आज आपको सुबह 3 बज के उठ के और इसको ज्वाइन करने के बाद मैं अपने आप को, मेरे अंदर नई ऊर्जा आ गई है। लोग मुझे कहते हैं कि यार यू स्लो डाउन, इतना ज़्यादा। मैं भी कल रात 2 बजे यहाँ लैंड किया था कि इस प्रोग्राम में आने के लिए, लेकिन आज मुझे आपसे एक नई प्रेरणा और ऊर्जा मिल रही है कि अभी ज़िंदगी में बहुत कुछ करने को बचा है। आज मैं यहाँ से नई सीख लेके जा रहा हूँ कि ज़िंदगी में आपका सफ़र कभी कम नहीं होता। आप जो ये करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि आपने जो सीखा और आपने जो पाया वो सारे लोगों को मिल सके, ये एक मेरे लिए नई सीख है। इस मेमोरेंडम ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग का क्या इसका वैल्यू है इस सभागार में बैठे बच्चों के लिए, उसके लिए मैं एक बहुत हम लोग सौभाग्यशाली हैं। दादा ने भी कहा कि हिंदुस्तान सौभाग्यशाली है कि हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैं। आज वो दुनिया के सबसे शक्तिशाली व्यक्ति हैं। वो सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि उनकी सोच बहुत क्योंकि वो इलेक्शन जीत के आए हैं, बट इसलिए कि उनकी सोच बहुत बड़ी है। उनके हर उसमें जो है एक बड़ी सोच दिखाई देती है। नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जब 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री बन के आए, उन्होंने इसको एक नया आयाम दिया। आज हम सब, एक पहला प्रश्न जो दिमाग में आता है, स्किल क्या चीज़ है? एजुकेशन तो बहुत लोगों ने समझा और बहुत बातें हुई, लेकिन स्किल क्या है? स्किल वही है जो दादा ने बोला, पैशन। हर इंसान के अंदर एक उसका, भगवान ने उसको कुछ ना कुछ एक गुण देके भेजा है। जब वो गुण उसका पैशन बन जाता है, उसको राइट स्किल चाहिए। उस अपने अंदर जो आपको भगवान ने जो आपको करने के लिए भेजा है, उसको एक्सप्रेस करने का तरीका केवल स्किल के थ्रू आता है। और इसलिए स्किल एजुकेशन से भी बड़ी चीज़ है। और इसको समझा हमारे भारतीय माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन की स्थापना करी। आज दुनिया बदल रही है। पिछले 5-7 सालों में कुछ बहुत ड्रामेटिक चेंजेस हुए हमारे चारों तरफ। सबसे पहला हमने ये पाया कि दुनिया में टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत तेजी से बदल रही है, और जो भी स्किल्स, जो भी आपकी क्षमता आप एक्वायर करते हैं, वो बड़ी तेजी से बदल जाती है और दुनिया आपके सामने बदल जाती है और आपको समझ में नहीं आता कि हम इसके अंदर कैसे रिलेवेंट रहें। सो टेक्नोलॉजी दुनिया को बहुत तेजी से बदल रही है। दूसरा, एक बड़ा हमने वो देखा कि सडनली a unipolar world change into multipolar world। दुनिया की जियो स्ट्रेटेजिक सिचुएशन जब चेंज हुई, उसकी वजह से पूरा ग्लोबल इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर ड्रामेटिकली चेंज हो गया। आज अगर हम सब 2-3 महीने पहले रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर के पहले जाएं तो दुनिया की इकॉनमी कुछ और दिखाई दे रही थी। पिछले 2-3 महीने में वो इकॉनमी ने एक ड्रामेटिकली डिफरेंट रूप एक्वायर कर लिया। ये बताता है कि दुनिया में अब किसी भी चीज को आप फॉर ग्रांटेड नहीं ले सकते। और जो दादा ने बोला था कि अनसर्टेनिटी एंड हार्डशिप से गुजर के ही जो एक सफलता मिलती है, वो ही देशों को और लोगों को सक्सेसफुल बनाएगा। सो ये जियोपॉलिटिकल ऑर्डर जिस तरीके से चेंज हुआ, वो भी ये बताता है कि अगर हमको पूरी दुनिया को जीतना है, अगर हमने माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के सपनों का भारत बनाना है, तो भारत को उतना रेजिलिएंट बनाना पड़ेगा कि वो रैपिडली चेंजिंग ऑर्डर, चाहे वो टेक्नोलॉजी की वजह से बदल रहा हो, चाहे वो कोई जियोपॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन की वजह से बदल रहा हो, या एक पेंडेमिक। हमने एक इतनी बड़ी त्रासदा देखी। मैं अपने फादर से बात किया, आपने कभी देखा कि पूरा देश बंद हो जाए, महीनों के लिए बंद हो जाए? कभी किसी ने नहीं देखा। ये दिखाता है कि दुनिया में हम और आप यंगस्टर्स हो, आप अभी यहाँ से निकल के और अपनी जिंदगी की शुरुआत करोगे। एक चीज फॉर गारंटी ले लो कि दुनिया वैसी नहीं रहेगी जैसी आज है, और ये दुनिया हर महीने बदलती रहेगी। और वो कैरेक्टर जो लेके जाएगा, उसके साथ स्किल्स जो लेके आगे इस दुनिया में जाएगा, वही सक्सेसफुल होगा। इतने बड़े पेंडेमिक को इस देश ने ऐसे ओवरकम किया, और आज हम ऐसे ऑपरेट करते हैं जैसे पेंडेमिक कभी था ही नहीं। हम बोलते हैं कि वो कोविड के पहले और कोविड के बाद, जैसे वो बीसी और जो है उसकी एरा की बात करते हैं। ये पिछले 5-7 साल में इस देश में जो हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो सरकार चली है, जिसने इन आधारभूत चीज़ों पे बहुत बड़ा काम किया, नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन बना के जो काम किया, वो उसकी वजह से आज हिंदुस्तान वहाँ खड़ा है कि हम किसी भी बड़ी चुनौती को अच्छे से वो कर सकते हैं। मैं काफ़ी इम्प्रेस हुआ था क्योंकि 1 जून को हमारी पहली मुलाकात हुई थी और उसके कुछ ही दिनों के अंदर अंदर मैंने पारुल से रिक्वेस्ट किया कि क्या आप ये गुजरात में ही थी, क्या ये जाके गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी में मिल सकती हैं और हम लोगों की एक मीटिंग हो सकती है क्या। इन्होंने मुलाकात करी और शर्मा जी अगले ही दिन वो दिल्ली में आ गए और मैंने अपने मन में सोचा कि इससे बड़ा जज्बा कोई और नहीं हो सकता कि वो आ गए और हमारी बहुत अच्छी मीटिंग रही। उसके बाद हमने एक वीसी भी करी। उस वीसी के दौरान उन्होंने एक बड़ा यूनिक कॉन्सेप्ट मेरे सामने रखा। उन्होंने एक कॉन्सेप्ट रखा और ये बताता है कि ये यूनिवर्सिटी, जैसे कि दादा बोल रहे हैं कि ये अपने रास्ते खुद बनाती है, वो झलक मेरे को उस वीसी में दिखाई दी। क्योंकि एक तरफ हम सारे ये देख रहे थे कि हिंदुस्तान में सब कोई डिग्री के पीछे भागता है, बट शर्मा जी ने उस वीसी में मेरे को बोला कि आने वाला वक्त डिग्रियों का नहीं है, आने वाला वक्त सर्टिफिकेट्स का है और हमको एक सर्टिवर्सिटी की कल्पना करनी चाहिए जहां पे स्टूडेंट्स एज मैनी स्किल सर्टिफिकेट्स एज दे नीड टू बिकम सक्सेसफुल इन देयर लाइफ शुड एक्वायर। It was a path breaking for me. It was a very unique concept and I loved it very much. Since then आपके कॉन्सेप्ट को मैं चुरा के बहुत जगह बात करता रहता हूँ, तो आपका कॉपीराइट उस पर पूरा है, लेकिन मैं बोल भी देता हूँ कि महेंद्र शर्मा जी का आइडिया है, कॉपीराइट आपका प्रोटेक्ट कर लेता हूँ, लेकिन मैं इस आइडिया के ऊपर लगातार काम कर रहा हूँ और मैं इसको आपके साथ मिल के आगे बढ़ाना चाहता हूँ। ये सर्टिवर्सिटी की जो कल्पना है, शर्मा जी आप इसको हल्के में ना लीजिए, बहुत रिवोल्यूशनरी थॉट है, हमको इसको जरूर आगे बढ़ाना है और इसको आप पेटेंट कर लीजिए। सर्टिवर्सिटी वर्ड तो पेटेंट कर ही लीजिए और कुछ हम करें चाहे ना करें। हम मिलके इस पे काम करना चाहते हैं और इसको एक थॉट के तरीके से डेवलप करना चाहते हैं। नेशनल स्किल डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन का मोटो जो है स्किल्स फॉर ऑल एनी टाइम एनीवेयर है। हमारा मानना है हम सभी को, और आज हम दादा को देखते हैं वो उसमें भी वो जो हमको सबको स्किल प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, खुद भी रोज स्किल्ड होते होंगे, आई एम 100% श्योर। हर व्यक्ति को उम्र के हर पड़ाव पे जहाँ कहीं भी हैं, हम सब आज यूट्यूब ट्विटर से सीख रहे हैं। So skills for all is a national movement that we have to take कि हमको वो तब साबित होगा जब दुनिया भर हम हिंदुस्तान के सारे स्किल प्रोवाइडर्स अगर हम इस तरीके से काम करना शुरू करें कि हम किसी भी हमारे भारतीय को जो भी स्किल्स की ज़रूरत है हम वहाँ एनी टाइम एनीवेयर की तरह जहाँ उसे चाहिए और जब उसे चाहिए हम वहाँ पे खड़े हैं। दैट विल रिक्वायर अ डिजिटल इंटरवेंशन। आप सब लोगों की उसके लिए मैं बताना चाहता हूं कि स्किल इंडिया अब डिजिटल होने जा रहा है। हमारे माननीय MOS साहब ने आपको बताया भी, और मैंने शर्मा जी से रिक्वेस्ट किया कि आप के साथ हम उसमें जुड़ना चाहेंगे, बिकॉज उस दिन जो आपका AR/VR का जो मैंने कंटेंट कॉन्सेप्ट देखा था, हम आपके साथ बहुत कंधे से कंधे मिला के करना चाहते हैं। जो स्किल इंडिया डिजिटल है उसके सबसे वर्दी पार्टनर आप हैं, इसके लिए हम आपके साथ काम करना चाहते हैं। आपने बोला कि गुजरात में हम n नंबर ऑफ MoU साइन कर लें, लेकिन जब हम उसको रिव्यू करने बैठेंगे तो हम पाएंगे कि गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी नंबर 1 है। मैं फिर से आपसे कहना चाहता हूं कि हम सैकड़ों MoU साइन करते हैं, लेकिन आप याद करिए अभी हम आधे घंटे पहले जब आपके साथ बैठे हुए थे, मैंने आपको यही बोला कि हम आपको अवार्डिंग बॉडी की तरह देखना चाहते हैं। हम आपको, आप हमारे बाकी MoU पार्टनर की तरह नहीं, हम दिल में आपके लिए, मैं यहाँ से गणपत यूनिवर्सिटी का पार्ट बन के जा रहा हूँ। चाहता हूँ कि ज़िंदगी में एक दिन गुनी कहलाऊँ, वो मेरे दिल की डिज़ायर है, वो लेके मैं जाना चाहता हूँ। बट एक बात आप याद रखिए कि हमारे दिल में आपके लिए एक स्पेशल स्थान है, और आप जो इन बच्चों को गुणी बनाना चाहते हैं, जो आप इस मूवमेंट को, दादा के इस मूवमेंट को आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए आप कभी भी, मैं 24/7 ऑनलाइन रहता हूं, मेरे फ़ोन हमेशा ऑन रहते हैं, किसी भी वक्त आप मेरे से संपर्क करिए। शायद हमसे जितना बन पड़ेगा, मैं ये मानता हूं कि आप जो कर रहे हो बहुत आगे है, हमसे बहुत आगे है। हमारे कोई भी पार्टनर इंस्टीट्यूशन वहाँ तक नहीं पहुँच पाती, बट हम आपके साथ कंधे से कंधा मिला के इसको जरूर आगे चलेंगे। इन बच्चों को बच्चों फिर से मैं अगेन आपको बोलना चाहता हूं, जज्बा सीखिए। यूनिवर्सिटी बिल्डिंग नहीं होती, यूनिवर्सिटी कोर्सेज नहीं होते। जो जज्बा है, मैं जब अभी मीटिंग रूम में बैठा था, आपकी पूरी फैकल्टी, ट्रस्टीज, दादा, ये सब कोई एक शिक्षण संस्थान नहीं चला रहे, ये एक मिशन चला रहे हैं। ये इस देश को आगे बढ़ाने का एक मिशन चला रहे हैं। इस जज्बे को अगर आप लेके यहां से गए तो आप सही गुणी कहलाओगे, और अगर आप सही गुणी बन गए तो दुनिया आपकी है। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सो मच सर। आशा करती हूँ कि आपकी पॉजिटिव एनर्जी और हरदम नया सीखने की उत्सुकता हमें भी प्रेरित करेगी। थैंक यू सर। ऑन अ कंक्लूडिंग नोट, I thank everyone for sparing valuable time being with us on this special MoU signing ceremony. I extend my sincere gratitude to the chief guest, Shri Brijesh Kumar Mirza sir, for accepting our invite and giving his blessings. I extend my special thanks to Ganpat Dada for his ceremonial address and blessings. Thank you, Dada. I am grateful to Shri Vedmani Tiwari sir for his round-the-clock support. I would like to thank Ms. Parul Mahajan from NSTC for her valuable presence. I also thank our Pro-Chancellor and Director General, Dr. Mahendra Sharma sir, for the welcome address and the words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. I thank our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellors, Honorable Members of POG, respected members and trustees, Executive Deans, faculties and the student for being an inseparable part of this MoU signing ceremony. Thank you so much, everyone. On this note, let's conclude the ceremony by honoring our national anthem. I request everyone to rise at their place.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you, everyone. Stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you.